Today's guest, we have Harry Humstone. Welcome, Harry.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how are you today?
Good, good.
Were you out yard sailing?
No, not that we had a bad storm yesterday, and nobody. I tried, and there was supposed to be an estate sale at 8. I went up there, and it had a 10 o'clock sign on the mailbox. I said I can't go.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Yeah, like
I was mad, but the house was tiny. And if people started showing up, you would only been able to put 5 people, 10 people in there. It was small. So.
Yeah, and you know what? I know we were out when it wasn't it was just we were just getting the warnings and everything. And we were out and it was nice though when we were out, but then it was starting to come in. But it would have been nice yesterday afternoon if that would have been the morning for yard sales. That was like a perfect day yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, but then the wind picked up. We had like I said, around that 6 and 7, we were getting tornado warnings throughout the whole area. Where are you at? What part of the country are you in?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you're not. See, so I don't. What county are you in?
Schuylkill.
Okay. Did you get any warnings or was
Yeah, we had warnings. There was a bunch of them because I went on to the weather thing when we were out to see where there was a bunch of counties were listed.
Well, so you're not far from Philly, are you?
About 2.5 hours, maybe.
Oh, then you're middle of the state.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it was. I don't know. I don't look out the window too much, and I was in. I do, but I can't hear, so I'm like, I see it, but it was raining and stuff.
No,
but anyway, Harry, so before I start asking you some questions, I highly recommend anybody in my audience that's watching this video, please go down and subscribe to his channel. He has, Harry, you know why I watch your channel? First of all, you're funny. And besides that, that's one of the reasons. But you do a lot of always yard sailing. It's always yard sailing, but it's always the old stuff and I learn stuff like when you're talking about it, because you always go after like the old things and stuff.
Yeah,
but I highly recommend you go down, and I'm going to have your link in my description then, and they could go down and subscribe to you. But yeah, so Harry, do you do this part-time or full-time?
No, it's just part-time. I have a full-time job.
So what, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do?
Maintenance at a hospital.
So, are you?
Yeah, we've got this big hospital in Delaware. So when you hear me say I'm going on call, that means that I can get called in for several different places. And it's, so it kind of puts you on edge. So doing yard sales when I'm on call is cool because it gets your mind off of it. So
right. Yeah, my son does maintenance at a nursing home too. So it's like, and he's on call sometimes on the weekends and stuff like this. But yeah. So how long are you doing that?
A little over 4 years left. So because I'm 60.
Wow.
So I'm not in a hurry. I mean,
right.
I would quit tomorrow if my wife would let me, but she won't. So she knows that's a guarantee and reselling isn't. And reselling
exactly.
Yeah, it is. Today, so it's not hard.
It gets slow, and depending on your area and what you find, you don't know what some people find some great stuff, but like I don't live in a very wealthy area, and not to say that I mean you do find this stuff, but it's all you can only get what's out and what you can afford.
That's why
you know what I mean.
The big thing for me is it's good to know a little bit about everything because I learned a lot from the YouTube, like concert shirts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And if you can find somebody that has a trunk of them, oh my God.
I know. His name's Matt. I remembered it now because I probably mentioned his name probably about 2 or 3 videos, but he had now I don't think he makes videos, but he's like kind of a new YouTuber, like maybe I don't know how many subscribers, but he has, but he came a bunch of concerts, old ones, like really cool bands, like the classics,
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, like I remember watching him like doing the video and going through them, and I felt my heart racing just watching it. Like, how that is, those concert tours, I'm thinking, oh my God.
They're glass. When we had that one clean out of we did a hoarder house. What was it, in the fall? So he found a closet full of the Stones, all the
Yeah.
late 70s
The,
tours. And
the
so
three-quarter sleeves, eh?
he got the Who, the Stones, Clapton. He got and all of them, they're going like $50 to $100 a piece. So he got a.
Oh,
He
some
got
of them go for more than that. Look him,
oh
look him
yeah.
up. Oh God.
He just found a few in the last one. One was Green Day, and it went for 120. So, and they're
Yeah,
nice.
you won't even think that because it's like
Yeah.
what, from the 90s or something.
Yeah.
Even some of the 90s bands go for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. I know. I've never seen it. And another thing I didn't know about was hats. Oh my
Oh,
God!
I love hats.
You should
I
have
know
seen.
about hats. I love hats. I just sold one. I only sold it for $10. I had it for 30. I did have it a little too high, but it's not one you're going to find every day. But I just got rid of it because I had it for a while, but I got a whole bunch of them off of that high bid. I got a deal on them, but I made my money back on that.
That's
But I
good.
love hats.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about them. And when I cleaned my father's house out, he had that upper closet part full of them. We're just selling them in the dumpster. I didn't know. And that was
Oh,
when
yeah.
a yard sale. I just wasn't watching YouTube, and that Sarnock Connections, he's the big hat guy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm going, oh my God, I just threw out about 50 of them. My father never wore them, and they were all trucker hats. So
Yes. I know. There's certain things that I will look for in a thrift store, like specifically, and I never forget to look for them. Like, I'm sure you're like, or wherever I'm at, but there's certain things that and hats is one of them. That's like one of the things that I go after to pick up, especially when you could get them at a good price. But anyway, Harry, so when did you get into reselling?
I've been doing it since I heard about eBay, probably, but
Yeah.
time. I was selling like Hot Wheels and some slot cars, and I had all these Aurora Monster models when I was a kid, and I found out they were selling, so I threw them on there. And then I
Yeah.
stopped for a while because my kids were playing sports, so we was traveling. So I was going by yard sales, and once my one stopped, I went ape shit on it, and I just started really hitting it. So
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, it's Saturday mornings. It's Christmas morning for me.
I know.
Summer long.
It's like going to the bank, ain't?
Oh, I like it. It's just fun.
I know it is. Now, are you more of a collector? Because you collect too.
Oh my God, it's all behind me.
Yeah, you collect too.
You know what? I'm selling more than collecting, but I don't mind. I haven't found anything for my collection lately, like the glass insulators, typewriters. I collect them, but I don't. But because I just went, what was it, like Friday or Thursday? Excuse me, Thursday. I picked up a real nice one, so I'll sell it after a while. But
Yeah. So do you like tell us a little bit about like some of the old things, if you don't mind, some of the old things that. Like, what would we look for if we're looking for those little insulator things? Because I have no clue, and I know you told me before.
They're right here.
Because I see them often, but
no, they're if you're going out to a yard sale, here's what you're going to see. Most of them will have this, and if they have, you don't want it. I mean, they drill holes in these and make lamps and stuff. So that's your common. That's a Hemingway. And then there's a kind of a funky one here. Look at the color, and it says Lynchburg. So you're not going to see many of those.
Yeah, I never seen that color.
Gray. And then here's a Mickey Mouse ears one. They're
wow.
funky. These are the ones that are collectible. I have.
Now, how much? Like, if you put that on eBay, how much would one of them be?
This probably about 50, maybe.
Really?
Maybe 30 to 50 here.
Yeah.
This probably won't sell.
Yeah, because I see those green ones a lot, and I never know,
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of funky ones, though. This is probably a $20, $30 one.
Yeah, is there a red one, too, or an amber color, or no?
Yeah, I have the ambers and purples. 1 second, I'll show you. Here's some really high-end ones. If I fall down, don't cut it out, because that'll give something.
No, I know, that'll be funny, eh? I'll laugh.
Oh God, I have.
So I guess the different colored ones go for more money.
Yeah, they're better. They're better. Here's a couple.
They're more rare. Yeah.
I've got some really valuable ones, and I picked them up in Pennsylvania. A lot of them. This is a nice one. That's a couple $100 one.
Yeah.
This is, believe it or not, that's Pyrex.
That's neat.
Pyrex
Yeah.
carnival
That
glass.
looks like that. I don't know. Was it opalescent glass or
It's carnival
something?
glass. That's
Or
exactly what
peach
it is.
glass, something.
Yeah.
Because I have dishes. They look just like that.
Yeah. And then here's a California. That's a purple. That's cool.
Wow.
But you're not
Now,
going to
what made you have an interest in them, or you don't know?
I've always collected a lot of things, and when I was a kid, I used to run around and dig old bottles up. So I went to a yard sale, and I hit a gold mine right off the bat. And I picked up the cobalt blue one for $1. That's a $4 insulator. It's over in that showcase. So I started collecting them again. Then I bought a guy's collection, and then now I've got.
Now you got them.
August Royal Albert. That's a name. That's one of the names I go for. Ansley, Paragon, and Shelley is another one. And I sold those for over a couple $100. So they're nice cups. And then there's your plain ones like this. They're no big deal. Most of them are clear, and these are just sitting here. I don't know why I should pack them. Well, there's another Royal Albert, so that's why that's there. It's going to
I went through. I was looking for something the other day, and I seen one of them. I guess that and the other one just smashed in my closet. I just went through and deleted whatever because I didn't even know what was smashed. I thought it's gonna stay. So I had to delete some of my listings. I didn't. You know how you know.
Yeah, you don't want them damaged, or they're pretty much worthless.
I know. Yeah, it's like, and they're shards too, man. They'll hurt you. You know,
they'll cut you quick.
Yeah. What made you start a YouTube channel then?
I had an Instagram one, and I was rating food and just being silly, like I like to be. And I started posting some of the pictures because I've always liked antiques. And then I said, I'm going to do a YouTube channel one of these days. So I started watching, and a couple of pickers was the first duo I was watching live. And I would make comments, and they thought I was a bot at first. And then it went from there. And I said, then I popped on somebody's show, and it took me about a half hour to figure it out.
How did you prove you weren't a bot?
Just by.
How did you prove your way?
Keep talking and I popped on their show. I said, figured out. It took me about like 15 minutes to not echo and all that stuff, or I would exit back out and exit back in, and they're all laughing. So I figured it out. Larry, the dude up there in Erie, Larry in the morning, he's on every morning, like 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
You've had to seen him before, but he was.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Yeah, so I got it popped on, and then it went from there. So what I can do this, I can be silly here.
You made your way too, but how was that for you? How long were you doing YouTube till you decided, I'm going to go live?
Not long at all. I just started. I had a couple of beers and just popped on. And then
I know you sit there and drink, hey.
Yeah, but that's the 2-drink minimum. Then I'd get on at Sunday morning, nothing was going on. I'd say, no, but somebody's up. A lot of people just hang out. They love YouTube. I mean,
I know.
Hop on, and here comes 10 people and they listen to me talk nonsense. So I entertained them and myself for an hour But
you do those. Great. You do those questions. I know the one time I came in, something about classic bands. I know the one time I was in there.
That's why I had the mohawk the other day. I did the top 10 hairdos of all time, and I said,
"Did you really? Yeah, you do fun. They're funny. They're questions of it. They're neat. It's good for like if you're like kind of our age, because it's good for everybody, but it's just nice to remember back and things.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, me and Anthony doing the top 10 bands, top 10 live albums, and top 10 this and top 10 that. So
I know.
I have the rapid fire ones down. I'll still do some with him probably. He's getting busy again with his lawn cutting and all that. So MD Picker. She's
Oh, I don't know her.
she does a lot of. I don't know. She's been on
Is she a
YouTube.
doctor?
No,
Or Marilyn Picker?
I call her the doctor, but it's Marilyn Picker. She's
Oh, okay,
Marilyn.
yeah.
So she does a lot of Instagram stuff. So
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
she's cool.
So do you remember the coolest item you ever found?
Yeah, skeleton.
What was it?
The human skeleton I got picked up.
I don't know if I remember that. Did you do a video?
There's a video. That or glass. I picked up a really valuable glass insulator, but my buddies always wanted one, and a guy downstate said, "I have a Halloween prop, real human skeleton for free."
Oh my gosh.
So I'm looking at it, I'm saying, this is worth going down. I called Glass House. I said, look, don't say anything. You're just going. We're going to go pick up the skeleton. And it's the real McCoy. He has, that's worth 15 grand.
Is it really?
Yes, you can actually, oddities they call it. And you can, if you ever watch the oddities, they'll sell a skull. And that damn thing goes for like $3,000 or $5,000 for a skull.
Yeah.
And this
some people collect, they're into that stuff, you know.
This came from a teaching hospital up in Philadelphia. The dude said he knew a doctor, and the doctor gave it to him. So I just said, Greg's got it in his basement.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I came across is it a male or female? Do you know?
It's a female.
Is it?
Yes.
I came across well, I got it from excuse me, I think it was my husband's uncle years ago, before YouTube and all that, before I'd done YouTube or anything. But it was an autopsy kit. I forget what I sold it for. Yeah, but it was an old one.
Yeah. Anything old.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was neat, you know. Not to be, but it was just, you know.
Yeah.
So what was your most profitable item?
Probably this. I bought 2 little signed Reggie White football helmets, and I got $500 each for those.
Did you?
They were $1 a piece at a yard sale. Like
that's what I was just going to ask.
Last year at this time, I got them. Like the first full week of yard sale season. The video shows the little helmets, and I go up this woman's driveway, and at the time, I swear I thought these are worth $50 easily. Yeah. And she goes, everything's $1. I just want to get rid of it. I said, well, I'll take the 2 football helmets. And I got to Chick-fil-A. I was on call too. I got to Chick-fil-A, and I'm starting to look, and I took a picture and sent it to Glass House, and he started texting these things and said they were going for big bucks. I said, well, I got 2 of them, so
yeah,
there you go. Those were nice sales. I've sold teacups for a couple $100.
Have you teacups?
It's nice to sell something for that much, but then you get nervous when it ships, because especially glass, because they can say, well, it's broke. Well, it's broke. I get nervous until I know that they got it, and I see that positive. I kind of get nervous on stuff. I don't like $25 and $30. That's nice sales, and if you can sell 20 of those a week, you did okay.
Yeah.
5 gigs. So, but I get a lot of that $50-$100 sales too. So.
Do ya? I got it. This guy was going out, you know, clearing out his stuff. He was getting out of it, and because he did storage lockers, and he was getting out of it, and he said you can have the bunch. I don't even know how many boxes of stuff I got. Oh my God, did I get the stuff? 90% of it was glass, but nice glass, you know. But I have so much of it not even listed yet.
Yeah, that's me too.
Because you know, I mean, I got a lot of bubble wrap and stuff, but it's like that's kind of stuff long tail, kind of like a longer wait.
Yep, sure is. You know what?
And then you don't know if it's gonna break. Not. I don't have a problem shipping breakables, but
chickens. 2 easy sells for glass are fairy lamps and hens on nest, unless you price them way too high. But I sell the hell out of them hens on nest, and anytime I put a fairy lamp on, it's gone.
What did you say? Pennzoil lamp?
No, hens. A chicken. The chicken on the nest. It's glass chicken. It's a candy dish.
Oh, a chick. Oh, those. I have one, a blue one. I think that's what it is. I have a blue one listed. It still didn't sell yet, but maybe that's not what it is.
Yeah, but here, I'll show you.
Mine's like
I'm
a
listing
ceramic
two.
one.
Here's one.
I
Here's
think I
two
have
right
it for
here.
freaking $25. Something.
Here they
cheap.
are. I just sold a jadeite one for 34.
Oh wow.
These are the minis, and I'll probably get $19 for this guy. So that's a hen on nest, but they're big ones.
Yeah, I have a
these
blue
little
one.
ones. This is Westmoreland, and I'm telling you, you see these at a yard sale, 50 cents, and it isn't cracked or broken. Grab it. This stuff sells. Boyd's makes them. Westmoreland made them.
Thanks for that.
Indiana Glass made them. So grab.
I never seen little ones like that.
Yeah, they're called open salts.
Hands on a nest or something. Or
there's one. This is a turtle. That's a turtle one, but that's an open salt. Salt cellars, they're called. I got a ton of this crap. $1 a piece with sterling silver spoons. So all different color glass. I got sterling silver ones, but those they're worth like $9-10 each. So I try to group them up so it's worth I don't want to sell something for $9. I want to sell it for 25, and so I'll put 3 of them together or something and sell them.
Right. You know what I do? If I have something I know is going to sell, but I have 2 of them, I'll wait till the first one sells. I won't list them both at the same time.
Right.
I'll list one, and then I'll wait till that one sells, because then the other one's going to go lower. You know what I mean? Or the same, so, I mean, maybe not, but I wait till that one sells, because in an auction setting, I mean. You know what I mean? Because then you're getting the most bid to that one item instead of 2 of the same item listed,
Swing glass does pretty good too. The swing glass vases, they're about that big. They're skinny and they're long. If you watch, like the people that do their auctions and the ones that are well known, they said you can do like Tim. Over the years, Tim he did his Monday night thing, and that's a good way to sell glass. I just don't know the shipping like they do, so that's why that's what it that way. I just sell it on eBay, but you don't have to pay eBay price when you do your own auction on your own channel. So
right,
maybe.
Yeah, I know somebody the other day. I don't know what I had, an old one of those little ovens like that. I forget what they're called, but he's like, "This is too much money." He's like, "I'd like to buy that, but it's too much money." I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I think it was a guy. But he's like, the shipping's too much money. And I said, "Give me your zip code." And I said, "You could go to USPS and look it up." Because I knew it wasn't, because he was all the way across. He was over in California, compared to where, and it was like just almost exactly what I said. It was, I'm like, it's a freaking, like they think that you're just going to put it in a box, and I don't like charging them shipping, but.
Oh, I'm charged. They're paying shipping. That's
I mean, I charge
UPS.
shipping. I don't do free shipping.
I UPS every time now. I don't use they've got the best rates out of FedEx, and I don't even want to go into the US mail anymore. I use UPS every time. Print my thing right from eBay. I get the eBay discount.
That's what I do. Yeah,
it's so easy. Everything from my phone. Everything is
this. That's what I do. I list for
everything.
Yeah, I list for everything's my phone, like everything. Yeah. It's easy. It's easy to even list, Now, do you sell on any other platforms?
Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'll any big things. I have 3 things on now. Coleman lanterns, which I actually collect, but I've got like 20 of this one style. So
yeah, I don't look for them, but when I see them, I go right to it and see what they're charging.
Yeah, if you can get them for $5, a lot to look at on those too is make sure that they're not seized up. They pump. I have one I'd show you what I'm talking about.
I sold that Coleman lantern. I guess it was a lantern. I guess you remember I did a shipping video on it a while ago.
This is the Coleman's right here.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, no, I sold I don't know what it was. Maybe it
You
wasn't.
probably had the kerosene one, but this here, if when you press that down and you have like it's hard to do, that means you have pressure and that baby will fire. This needs to be taken out and a new ring put in there. But that's a $200 lantern because of the color of this and the shape it's in. Oh yeah,
yeah, because I always see it like green. I think.
Yeah, the little red ones, 200 A's. These are worth it. I paid $3 for these, and then I paid $40 a piece for a bunch of these because I went out to Lancaster and picked them up. So at yard sales, when I see these for $5 and $10, I grab them every time. The date's on the bottom. There's always a date and the month. So this one here is, oh God, hold on, time.
So you don't ship them? You just do Facebook Marketplace.
I've sold them. This is 1963, so this is my.
Oh my gosh!
It's me. That's when I was born. So 60 years old. I take this out and put it in a box, and then just wrap it and box, and there you go.
Yeah.
I've sold those. So.
So now, how do you do on Facebook Marketplace? How are your sales on there?
They're okay. I don't do much.
I
got a blow mold on there. I have, the big gigantic blow molds, Christmas jobbers. It's a snowman.
Oh, those. Oh, yeah. They're good to sell too. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I couldn't hear you. Yeah.
And I have a pressure cooker. So that's
those Empire molds.
Yes, it is an Empire. It's in a box. So I don't want, if I get 120 for it there, cash, then it's cash. Cash is king.
Yeah.
If I sold it on eBay,
then you have to pay all the fees.
And then, it's going to be fees and all that crap. So it's huge. So why not just Facebook?
Right.
And I did. So that's what an old TV I have too, because it works and it's from the 50s and it's tubes. And if you box that and that gets thrown, it's going to get broke. There's no way the tubes will break inside. So I'm not shipping anything to.
Do you watch? I don't mean to interrupt you, but do you watch Lonnie and his girlfriend or his wife, Lonnie? I forget the name of her. Do you watch him?
Is Lonnie?
I forget. He has that channel. He has dark hair. He's been on. He has a whole bunch of subscribers.
I've probably seen it. Is that?
Yeah.
It's not.
But anyway, he did a video last night, or he did a video, and I just watched it last night. I guess somebody on with the CD player, they shipped it back with like a piece of bubble wrap in it and like a couple thrown on. It was horrible. Like, just, you have to watch his video, like how he got this package back.
Yeah, well, that's what what I do if they say it broke, I say, send me a picture. I go.
Well, it didn't break though. It still worked. So he's refunding the guy the money, but the buyer that sent it back to him didn't take any care sending it back.
See, that would make me.
And some of the boxes have like holes in the side. Yeah, the holes were in the side of it yet. Like.
That's why electronics people are finicky. So that's why turntables. I had before way back. I sold one, and a guy said it did this and that, and it was a big argument. He never sent it back. This was back in the old when you sent money
order days, eh?
Yes. And PayPal was just started, and the PayPal backed him. He never sent it back to me. He got his money back and kept it. So who knows if it even broke? I was pissed. And in those days you could give them negatives too, and I did. So they'll say you're bullying. So I don't even get into
I have two. Wait till you see. I won't talk about it now because it's in my next video, and it's only like I only did like a 3-minute video, if that, on it. But I got another freaking return. A nonsense one. Wait till you see it tomorrow, or not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Wait till you see that one. It's funny. It's like, are you kidding me? After the guy he left me a positive feedback on it.
Yeah. Are you full time?
I do this full time. Yeah, I consider it full time. Yeah.
So you're selling a lot more than me. I mean, I sold 2 things today, and one's off. So I'll sell at least 3 things today. But during the week, I sell maybe 5 to 10 things. So every week.
Yeah, you don't know though, like, cause sometimes a lot of my, like some of my sales, and I don't get a lot, you know what I mean? Sometimes the better days, I have better days than other, but I have like 3 so far for tomorrow to send out. Now I usually get my sales will come in like after people are off work, like maybe 5, 6, 7. Sometimes I'll get them during the day, but I get mine like later in the day when have to screw around, which I don't, it doesn't matter. But you know, when you're tired at the end of the day, you know,
Yep.
because I like to get mine shipped the next day. No, so Harry, how is your routine then? What's your routine look like? Since you do have a full-time job, like what's your routine with this?
They're packed now. I already have the labels on, so I'll put them in the car. Like I said, I use UPS, so I just go in and they just click them in. They know me now, so they just ding ding, and I walk back out and I've already sent the tracking number to the person, so it's
Right.
very easy for me to
Yeah. Do
go
you live
there.
close to the post office? You
Yeah,
can get them picked up at your house, you know that.
yeah, that's what I've heard, but
I do it all the time. I've been doing it forever. I do it as soon as I found out about it. It's so easy, Harry. Like tomorrow, I just say pick up. It's so easy to do. You just go on a USPS. There's an option. It says schedule pickup. And
really,
then it'll ask you how many priority you have, how many first class, and then other. It'll say other for like international or whatever. Put it in. I guesstimate. It'll say how much does it weigh. I put a guess, and then it'll tell you. It asks you when do you want them picked up, and you pick out the date. And I always do the same day, and it doesn't cost anything,
yeah,
unless
that's
there is
a good
an
deal.
option for you to pay if you select for them to come at a certain time or whatever, you know. But it's
Yeah,
so worth it.
if I went and I was selling a ton, yeah, I would do that. But right now, like I said, it's right there. So I just bang
Yeah,
down
if
there and
you're
just click
close.
'em. Yeah, it's very easy, and like I use
Yeah,
yes, like I said, so that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. What now? Because they got the best rates.
yeah,
If I ever went to full time, I definitely would. There's a lot more to learn from me, so I would.
yeah.
Shipping is definitely one of the things I would definitely like.
Really, yeah.
Specified 1,000 listings every time. I only have 280 listings, so that's it.
Yeah, but it works for you, you know.
Yeah,
You
it's
do
fun.
everybody's different. Like you can't compare yourself to nobody. You can't see, oh, you know, you look at people's sales and you think, oh my God, I wish they were mine. But a lot of people have VAs, you know, they're able to do it at, you know, it's everybody's different,
Yep.
you
I'll ask
know.
you something. Um, do you still like to hear the cha-ching?
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear it in the other room. I'll run in. What to sell? What to sell?
I know, right?
You got to be kidding me.
I heard mine a couple hours ago.
Yeah,
It was a hat, I think.
so.
I sold a hat and I sold oh my God, I forget. Oh, just a magazine for 25 bucks, a writer magazine.
Really.
1981. Yeah, I got them for free. I sold it for $25.
What was the magazine called?
A Writer's Digest. It's like this thin. I have a
Really?
bunch of them. I have a bunch of magazines.
No kidding. I
Yeah.
haven't sold any. I've sold. I don't know if I sold a old Sears Christmas magazine. The Christmas catalog because I know
Yeah.
those sell. So love to pick some of those up from the 70s and
Oh
60s.
my God, those thick ones.
Oh yeah,
Those Sears Roebuck.
yeah, absolutely. They're nice. JC
I
Penney's just
know.
pull them out too. So
They used to have Sears downtown Pottsville here. The
oh,
Sears, well,
that's
they have it everywhere, I guess. But I
you're
remember
near
going in there when I was a
Pottsville,
little girl. My mom would. It just things were different, you know.
PA's Yingling. You're near that?
Yingling beer, yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool town, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
cool.
all right, you know.
Okay.
It's where I'm from, but I'm not. I don't live there now, but that's where I'm from forever. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to trip out that way one of these times because I want to go to the museum and just go. It's a couple
yeah,
hours here. I do know that, so it's not that far.
yeah. You're in Delaware, ain't?
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean, when I work in Wilmington, Philadelphia Airport's 30 minutes away, so we're right on the border. So that's a
right.
that's where I'd like to live is Wilmington, North Wilmington, because then I have all Chester County, and that is where they just give me things. I mean, Pennsylvania is so
How are
good.
the prices out your way? with like thrift, like yard sailors? Are they like pretty
Fantastic.
lucid?
They're fantastic. That's why I get so much stuff cheap.
Yeah,
Glasses,
because you go to a
razors,
lot.
and
You find a lot of boxes. You
oh,
know.
I get lucky. See stuff like this. This is those old pictures.
Yeah,
One
that's
piece.
yeah.
And you can list these, and you'll get big money. Plus,
Oh, people look for
Pennsylvania,
those photos.
yeah, those old photos. Pennsylvania's a big railroad state, so railroad stuff is fantastic. I just picked up.
Yeah.
People love the railroad stuff, and I can pick that stuff up. Anything to do with trains, Philadelphia, Camden, all those cities. There's just so much cool stuff, from beer
Yeah.
cans to old bottles to everything.
I know.
So I pick it all up. I do.
You sell any old bottles? I sold some mason jars, over the years.
Milk bottles. If you ever find the stamped milk bottles and they've got anything to do with World War II on the back, you got a $100 bottle and up.
Really, I didn't know that.
They're nice. I went in a guy's basement and I wasn't paying attention enough. But here's what I'm talking about. But he had these $1 a piece. So I got like 60 of them, but there were so many I left behind because I didn't know enough, and I should have known about it. But they're all mint shaped. They all got that styrofoam they put inside. So this one says,
I never seen nothing like that. Huh.
That's Titusville, PA. That's out by Pittsburgh. That's the first well in the country. But on the back, it says right there, milk, the first line of health and defense. That's something to do. I got $80. I had 2 of these. So this one I sold for $80. I kept this one.
Yeah.
Now it's on, and I got tons of these. They're in beautiful shape. So
wow. I never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, they're stamped. You've got everything around you. Plus, you have Yingling, and anything to do with Yingling's good money too. So if you
I have an old, I have it buried, but I have it my mom and my dad or my mom, I don't know. It was my dad's, but he up in the rafters in the house. There was an old with the blob top bottle and the cork in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the Yingling. I'm almost positive it's the Yingling. I still have that, but I won't sell it because it was from my dad. You know what I mean? It was,
Yinglings.
Plus, I have some pinup, those cards, some pinup girl cards. They're his, and they're in my drawer. I should sell them.
Yeah,
but I can't because they're his. I mean, and he's not here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know I could get some good money for them.
Yeah, the 50s, any of the pinup stuff, I would buy that.
They're naked. They're naked.
Calendars. Even they don't even have to be if they're it's a risk.
But you can't list them. You can't list that stuff on eBay.
Well, you have to put it a certain way, don't you? Because I still see it on there. I think you have to put vintage pinup.
Oh, do we? Yeah.
Yeah, look it up and it'll show you how to list it. Because I have something. This sold for $80. This is some kind of cologne. But I can't list this until I figure out because you're not allowed to sell cologne.
No, I know. There's a way to list. I think you have to put it under collectors.
Yes, you have
not perfume.
Right. So once I can figure out how to list it, then I'll put it on there. But I don't want to get zapped or kicked off of there because even if they're opened and half filled, they're going for 60 and 80, and some of them $100. And that was from our last clean house. So perfume, and I got pantyhose too. So the ones I'm not going to wear, I'm going to sell. I'm just kidding about that. All right.
Yeah, I know.
No, but they were in the package, and everybody's saying, "Oh, I sold these 70s pantyhose." So I said, "Here's a stack of them." So I've got 2 listings of them, and if they sell, they sell. So they've got watchers. So I'm waiting for the first good offer, and then
what is that on, Harry?
I'm sorry.
What is that on? The
eBay.
What do you have watchers on?
Pantyhose. Pantyhose from the 70s. And
I sold so many. I'll tell you the story real quick. You know how I got in? Well, my first time I just picked them up. This is years back in eBay. That a while ago. Okay, back in money order days and web TV and all that scan. You know what I mean? When we did the pictures.
Yes.
With that kind of stuff. But anyway, I picked up a pair. I thought, you know what? They're 10 cents. They were Hanes. Picked them up, listed them. They sold for freaking $74. And that was like that was a long time, like back in the 90s, 98, something like that. They sold for $74 like that. And the person paid. I said, can you please tell me why you paid this much money for these? And he gave me this big explanation about when they, like this big gigantic explanation about these pantyhose and when they came out with the World War II and he told me exactly what to look for. And from him telling me, I made a killing on, like, not a killing, but I made some money over the years on them because I know exactly what to look for. Different types of panty, the flat knits sell the best. They have the flat, like if you hold it up to the light, right? The knit is square. It's not like if you hold the mesh ones up, they have that diamond kind of cut.
Okay.
But look for the square cut. And if they're real smooth, and if you find them with the seam down the back, yeah. Like,
Vintage.
yeah. And Hanes, like if you find them in the box, like, yeah, but they sell good. Yeah, they're getting harder and harder to find though. Like
these were
they're easy to find, but if you want to pay,
yeah,
you know what I mean. But out in the, it's not as easy as it used to be. Okay. Do you remember your first item you sold?
a slot car more than likely. You know,
Yeah.
the slot cars that used to press the thing and they flew around the track. I think, man, that's 25 years ago. So
yeah.
I'm
I
thinking
guess you were hooked on it hooked on it since.
Yeah, that's probably that or Jim Beam bottle. I remember I sold a fraternity Jim Beam bottle. Back then you could sell them with booze in it. They didn't even ask you. And then they've got on all that now too. So
I had a bunch of them. I sold a few of them, but then I don't know what I did with them. Maybe I sold them. I don't remember, but I used to have them.
Yeah, they're a hard sell, Jim Beams.
The market's like there's so much of it.
Nobody wants them, so that's who wants them and who doesn't. That's what the big thing is.
So do you mainly sell older items then, Harry?
Yeah. Today, and anything vintage and older, toys are easy. So, like I bought a whole bunch of these Disney die casts in the packages. So
Did ya?
The rest of them today. So I'm getting 25 and higher for them.
Oh yeah.
And I've gotten a couple $50 and $60 ones that I sold. So what else did I list today? I sold a vintage 60s tape recorder, a little guy. Put the tape in there and play. Yeah, got $25 for that. That was from a clean out. I knew it was something. It worked.
Yeah.
So
you don't find that stuff anymore. I sold an old TV, like one of those ones that under the cabinet.
Nice. Yeah, TV.
I think I sold it for like $70-some.
Do you see those little Sonys or anything? And they got and they're small. The gamers love them. The little 9-inch ones or the 13-inch.
Oh.
They sell. You'll get $100 every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little tape player, 8-track player on there. Bam. They'll go right out. Not what is that? Video, VHS.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, 8-track.
Yeah. So do you how do you list every day or in the morning or after work or just a couple a day here and there?
Yeah, here and there whenever. Like I got 6 listings today, like because I got this big gym stuff that was a toy from the 70s. So I sold something and I got a couple more, so I stuck this one in the box, took the pictures, and listed that. That'll last probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that'll sell too. Big collectors for GI Joes, the 70s. This is 1972. So
now do you pass up? I guess you do pass by stuff that's too high. Do you try to get them down in price?
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah.
Here's what happened. It was Facebook Marketplace, and he's got Tonkas, and I'm starting to look. They look really good in pictures. So I said, "How much you want?" He said, "$150 for all," and they're from Bel Air, Maryland. And he just happened to be going my way to the beach, so he says, "I'll bring them," and I had Evel Knievel and GI Joe, and some other toys I'll bring with me. So he sent me a
Evil
picture of
Knievel.
Evel
What's you're
Knievel,
gonna
yeah.
trade?
And the little Evel Knievel, you want him, and he jumps. So
Yeah, I remember him.
And he said, I want 150 for him. I said, well, no, but I still want the Tonkas. Well, he brought them, and he's got Big Jim, he's got G.I. Joe, he's got everything, Big Jim, and he's got Evel Knievel. And he says, his wife goes, well, how much will you give us for all? I said, I'll give you 300 for everything. He said 350. I said 320, and they said take
There
them.
you go.
I loaded the whole back of the car, and I sold Big Jim, and there was a Johnny West figure in there. That's the first thing right off the bat, $25 for him, and then I got 200 for the Big Jim vet and motorcycle. So now I
Already
got
paid for itself.
truck. Then I got the trailer and all his accessories. Then I'll put the two GI Joes with the beards and the hair. 2 of those. I haven't listed the Evil yet. He'll probably get me about 75. And then I've got the Tonkas. One of those is listed for 75. So.
Yeah, I sold the Tonka a while ago. It was pretty beat up. I forget what I sold it for. It was pretty much, not pretty much, but it was probably around $50 to $75. But mine was rusty though, really pretty rusty.
Yeah.
There was yellow on it, but it had pretty much rust on it.
Yep, people want them.
And it's all with that serial number too, because there's certain ones,
Yeah, you can't beat it, man. Toys are hot. They
I sold the Tonka. Yeah, I sold the plastic Tonka the other day. I drove myself crazy looking for, I was thinking it was like about this big. So I'm rooting around a house like a lunatic, like just nutty, because it wasn't where it should have been. And here it was on top of the shelf, but it was a plastic one, a bigger one, Yeah, I didn't sell it for much, but I always pick up Tonka if I see it.
If you can get them from the 70s, get them. And all mine had the tracks on them too. So there was.
Oh, there's other, yeah.
Yeah, I have like 4 type bulldozer things, and the tracks
and cranes and stuff.
Yep, they're nice.
Yeah, if you can find them for a decent price.
Yeah, well, I did pretty good on that pile, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Now, how's your organization, Harry? Are you organized, or do you just know where the stuff is at?
I've had 2 sales where I couldn't find it, man. I had to say I am sorry, I can't find it. It's happened to me. And I'm not organized. I'm just.
Neither am I. I know where the stuff is. I'm trying.
I'm okay. I'm not as. I know there's more scatterbrains than me, but not many. So, but I will find it. But I had stuff like golf clubs under beds and stuff like this, and then I had them in
my tub already, in my upstairs tub.
I'm getting better. If I had a basement that wasn't finished, I would have it immaculate with all shelving and toys here, teacups here, glass here, typewriters and mechanical things here like cameras and typewriters and stuff like that. So.
Right. Yeah, that's what I like to. I don't have a really big place though, like for a bunch of storage,
I would love to have a building.
I'd love to do storage units.
What a building, and just have everything in the building, my office and stuff out there, and then it's mine.
You do your videos in there, everything.
Let me have the building, and everybody would live happily ever after.
You should see my table downstairs. We have a nice marble table down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a mess. Like I have it all, and I try to keep, but it's. With all my stuff around it, like storage bins under, and they shouldn't even be down there, because it's my living room.
I've seen some of these guys doing lives, and behind them looks like.
Some of them are so good.
Yeah, but some of them are sloppier. I mean.
But they know where it's at.
Yeah, if you know where it's at, that's all that matters.
Right, that's all that matters. So do you ever do your own yard sales then, Harry?
Oh, absolutely.
Do you at your house?
Yeah, we just had one.
Did you?
2 weeks ago.
How do you do? Good?
Yeah, we did the clean. Well, a lot of people know that these resellers around here will show up to my yard sales because stuff I don't feel like putting on, they'll come in and take them. I like selling albums also at yard sales.
Oh, do you? See, I only sold one record. I just never, there's a bunch of them down the cellar. They're my sons though.
They're
But
hot.
I have to ask him about them. I forgot about them.
They're
But
hot. They go quick.
so do you? I get there's a certain way to ship records out, though. I think, ain't yeah.
I've shipped a couple out, but I'd rather do it Facebook Marketplace, and I got guys that'll buy them. So like 4 weeks ago, I picked up over 200 albums or 150, I forget what it was, for $30. So I put it out there, and a guy came, bam, and I got my couple $100 from him. So he's happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. These record guys all around me, they're begging, if you find them, call me. So I have their cards. So I'll say, you got to take them all. You got to, if there's Fats Domino in there and 2 Lawrence Welks and 5 Led Zeppelins, you're taking them all. So, and the dude loved them because he's going to sell them for $5 a piece. And
well, yeah,
I get a couple bucks a piece. I'm happy. I just want to be the middleman on that right now.
I got some Christmas or not Christmas. I think they were. I got to tell you a funny story real quick. So, I don't know if you ever heard of Lamb of God. It's a heavy metal band, right?
Oh, I think but they're Christian, right?
No. Well, actually, I thought I called my son because my son likes Lamb of God. My one son, I have 4 sons. My one son likes Lamb of God. I called him up. I'm like, Tommy, I got this demo tape of Lamb of God. And he's like, oh, do you? I'm like, yeah. Plan on giving it to him because it was a demo. It said demo on it and everything. I was like all excited, all just happy to give it to him. And I put it in my tape player and it was nothing wrong, but it was all Christian. I'm like, oh my God. Like it was just funny because he's like, Mom, this is religious music. It wasn't.
Lamb of God.
Yeah.
It was another Lamb of God.
Yeah, right. It wasn't the heavy metal band. But some of those tapes, like I got a bunch for free one time, and ones that I thought wouldn't sell did. Like they were like Christian music. I thought, I'm just gonna list them anyway. They only sold for like maybe $25 or like 10 of them or whatever, but they still sold.
Yeah, if you got them for free and you're flipping.
Yeah, and I wasn't even a lot of stuff. I'm thinking, oh, do I even want to list this? But you can't think. You have to think. Just don't think. Just list it. Because you don't know what somebody's going to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you consider this a hobby or a business?
I'll never consider this. Probably, I guess it's a hobby business. I kind of This isn't work to me. This is something I enjoy. If you enjoy it, it's not work. Work is when I get up tomorrow morning and drag myself to the place that I hate. I call it the house of pain. I just do not like going there. It's just
I love doing this. Like I get up early. I can't wait to get started. Like I love it.
This is something that I'll do when I retire. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Now, do you have any, before we go, Harry, do you have any tips for beginners that are thinking about doing it?
Don't. It sucks. Don't do it. But when I'm done, then I'll teach you. No.
Yeah, I knew you were going to, I know there was something to that.
Do what you like. Find out if it's sporting cards or something like that. Watch YouTubers and watch what people are doing and how they're doing it and go from there. Pay attention. YouTube's a great place to learn this stuff. It really is.
Yeah. Now, do you do whatnot or anything?
You can't get crazy and just say, well, he sold this, so I'm going to go buy a bunch of teacups, because then you're going to buy them all, and they're going to be sucky brands, and you're going to say, well, you said to buy them, and I got them $1 a piece. Yeah, but I didn't tell you to get those ones that are just run of the mill, and they're going to sit for a while. You want everything's got to be the right stuff. So
you have to look stuff up, like especially if you're learning.
Yeah, it's easy, but on any Saturday morning, there's a gold mine out there. It's always 1 yard.
I know.
If you get that 1 yard, there's $1,000 up that driveway, and you just go bam, 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 bam. I go quick now. I've run into Paul, that big son of a gun that just moved to Florida, Philly Flipper. So I used to run into him at sales, and he was nice and slow. He knows. He buys shoes and stuff. I don't even bother with shoes. I just don't. I'm after antiques, so I'm banging 3 yards while he's still in the same one. Then I go by and he goes, "How's it down there?" He's still in the same damn yard. I'm pulling out of the neighborhood. I'm already done with that one. So
Yeah. Pick and
so
choose what you want to learn, eh?
I'll stick to what I know. I don't want to mess with coins. I don't want to mess with cards.
Do you sell any jewelry ever?
No, a
Not
teeny
really,
little
no.
bit. I gave on my 2000 sub. I did a trivia, and I gave a jewelry jar out. I buy
Did you?
$1 every. They were all signed too, so she got some good stuff. I know she did.
Yeah.
But every yard sale, if I see the jewelry and it's $1 each, I'll look for something signed and I'll buy one. So I'm starting up a
Yeah.
jewelry jar.
You should pick up those pins when you're out, or necklaces,
got 'em.
whatever, if they're signed, especially. But
That's something that I'm going to learn about because there's big bucks in that stinking antique costume jewelry, and I've got
oh
a
yeah,
lot of it. So
yeah. Especially if you see a lot of it, I would definitely pick it up. You know,
I have, and there's been people that's yelled at me on videos. What are you
take
doing?
your magnifying. If you have one, take your magnifying glass or a loop with you so you could see.
I should, but I can see if it's signed. I don't have to even make it out. If it's signed, I know it's signed.
Yeah.
There's just know that there's some names out there. Now I
Oh
heard
yeah, you could.
Jelly Bellies. So
Yeah, and usually by feeling it, you can tell the quality and stuff.
yeah, here's a bunch right here. I paid probably $1 for all this, and that's all full of, and they're all signed.
Wow.
So some of
You
it's
should list them just to see.
yeah, I'm getting into these ones.
I know, but if you don't have an interest, sometimes, I know, like I'm thinking, oh, do I want to list this? Because it's like boring.
So that's cool. That's cool. I just had.
What was that you just put up?
They're brooches, I guess, right?
Yeah, but what? Oh, because I thought I seen you putting a bee up or something.
No, it was this one. It had a little black stone in it. It's gold.
Yeah, you should list them.
I think I don't know if there's a name on that one or not. I'd have to get the old doodad out and look at it. But these are ones I remember getting these. And there was a box. I said, "How much?" She goes, "How about $2?" Yeah, I'll take it. I knew they were old. She said, "No, they were my grandma." Oh yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah. Well, hey, it was nice talking to you, Harry.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. But you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, cool.
Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.
I'll have to check this out.